Alright, let's talk about something that's been bubbling under the surface in the tech world. Digital IDs on your iPhone. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is this finally the future we've been promised? Well, not exactly, but we're getting there. Here's the deal. Apple's digital driver's license feature is about to roll out in a 15th US state, and personally, I think this is a big deal. Not just because it's convenient, but because it's a step toward a larger shift in how we handle identity verification. Let me break it down for you. First off, the idea of ditching physical IDs for a digital version on your iPhone or Apple Watch isn't new. We've all fantasized about leaving our wallets at home, right? But what makes this really interesting is that Apple started this initiative back in 2021, and since then, 14 states, plus Puerto Rico, have jumped on board. Now, Oklahoma looks like it's next in line, according to some back-end assets spotted by MacRumors. But here's the thing. This isn't just about adding another state to the list. It's about the momentum this technology is gaining and what it implies for the future of digital identity. One thing that immediately stands out is the privacy angle. When you use a digital ID at places like TSA checkpoints or to prove your age, it only confirms that you meet the requirement. It doesn't spill all your personal details. In my opinion, this is a game changer. It's a smarter, more secure way to handle sensitive information, and it's something we should have had years ago. But what many people don't realize is that this isn't a full replacement for physical IDs yet. You still need to carry your old-school license, which feels like a missed opportunity. If you take a step back and think about it, the real challenge here isn't the tech. It's getting everyone on board, from governments to businesses. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. Digital IDs are just the tip of the iceberg. This raises a deeper question. What does a world without physical documents look like? Personally, I think we're still years away from that reality, but every state that adopts this technology brings us closer. A detail I find fascinating is how this ties into Apple's broader push for privacy and security. They're not just making your life easier, they're setting a standard for how companies should handle your data. What this really suggests is that Apple isn't just a tech company. They're becoming a key player in shaping how we interact with the digital world. But here's where it gets tricky. Not everyone is on board with this shift. Some people are skeptical about the security of digital IDs, while others worry about accessibility. From my perspective, these are valid concerns, but they're not insurmountable. The key is to keep pushing for better technology and clearer regulations. What makes this moment so interesting is that it's not just about convenience, it's about trust. Can we trust that our digital IDs are secure? Can we trust that this technology will be accessible to everyone? These are the questions we need to be asking. So, where does this leave us? Well, the rollout in Oklahoma is just another step forward, but it's a significant one. It shows that the idea of digital IDs is gaining traction, even if it's slower than we'd like. Personally, I'm excited to see where this goes, but I'm also realistic. This isn't going to happen overnight. What this really suggests is that the future of identity verification is going to be a mix of physical and digital for a while. And that's okay, progress is progress. Before I wrap this up, I want to leave you with a thought. If digital IDs become the norm, what's next? Will we see digital passports? Digital keys? The possibilities are endless, and that's what makes this so fascinating. So, what do you think? Are you ready to go all in on digital IDs? Or are you sticking with your trusty wallet? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're into this kind of tech talk. Catch you in the next one.